And we're back with another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. It's Gerald Glassford coming right back at you here, Lakers Fast Break. Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcast. The latest episode of the Pop Culture Cosmos. We're talking K-pop Demon Hunters, Peacemaker Season 2, Gears of War Reloaded, and more. And tomorrow, we'll be dropping a new episode of the State of Pro Wrestling, where we do cover the Raja Jackson, incident, for lack of a better term. Also, as well, we're talking about what's going on with AEW, WWE, and how Lucha Libre in Mexico may be the hottest pro wrestling on the planet right now. So we discuss all that on the State of Pro Wrestling. That's going to be dropping on the Pop Culture Cosmos channel coming up here tomorrow morning for your morning drive. Also, as well, Inside Sports Fantasy Football. Chris Ardieri and I are going to be dropping a new episode here. I'm going to be dropping it probably on the channel here as far as the Pop Culture Cosmos and Inside Sports Fantasy Football YouTube channels here in a little bit. You, on the Lakers Fast Break, if you're a member, you've already seen it because I've already dropped it a couple days ago, where Chris and I cover a little bit about week one and last minute fantasy football draft advice. So those that are a member for just $2.99 a month on the Lakers Fast Break have already seen it. And for everybody else, they'll get to see it here sometime within the next 24 hours on the Pop Culture Cosmos and Inside Sports Fantasy Football channel as well. But it also just want to go ahead and get some love out to our good friends, including, of course, Empire Jeff TV covering the Lakers and Dodgers. Joe Soro with the Joe Soro Experiment. He had a channel on his show. He had a show on his channel, the Joe Soro Experiment. Joe Soro Experiment, of course, if I could say that right. Experiment. He talks about the Dodgers. Of course, some great pitching by Ohtani yesterday on the bobblehead night. So I got a good 5 innings from him. Is this a sign of things to come? Dodgers are now only 6 back as far as the overall best record in Major League Baseball and also in the West, as far as the MLB, as far as behind the Milwaukee Brewers. So he talks a lot about that and how the Dodgers may have now cleared a little bit of the rough patch and maybe going forward a little bit better. But we'll wait and see. But yes, go ahead and check out what he's doing at Joe Soro Experiment and also Empire Jeff TV. He's talking about the Lakers and Dodgers as well. You can see those guys that are such huge Dodgers fans just get a little bit amped up because they're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's good to see. It's good to see. Also, as well, of course, don't forget our good friends Alfred Esmond. Also, as well, of course, Stone Hansen at report_court on Twitter. Alfred Esmond on Twitter. Of course, the Lakerholics crew at Lakerholics.com. I talked about Laker Tom's latest article where he wants Marcus Smart to start. All those great things, all those great people, all those great places, including Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Yo! Also, as well, of course, my good friend Legend from I Got Next Sports Media. I will be recording with him. I changed my mind. Made it a lot easier on myself. So I'm going to record a couple different team reports with him in the not too distant future where he covers Atlanta Golden State. I'm going to try and do all 30 teams again this time around. But I'm going to go ahead and do them in alphabetical order. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll just put, when I get them, arrange them, and get them all set and squared up in alphabetical order, I'm going to go ahead and release them at that point in time, first to members, and then it'll be released to everybody else. So hopefully you guys get a deep look into some conversations I'll have in the coming days with experts all around the country and maybe even around the world. That'll be talking about the teams all around the NBA, but in alphabetical order by city. So like first Atlanta, Boston, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, hopefully look for that here in the coming days. Once I get all the interviews straightened out and started, then we'll go ahead and be dropping them on this channel right here as well. Gregory, this show might be for you because I got some things I want to say as far as that you and I have been talking about a lot. So great to have you here. It is the Lakers Fast Break. Truly appreciate you joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe to me and the Lakers Fast Break as well. I know it's a little bit narcissistic when we all say to do that, but it helps the channel. So I got to do it. Like and subscribe. get the latest notifications to come out when you do from all of us right here at the Lakers Fast Break. And then, of course, you want to become a member because I'm going to try and put more content for members first. I'll still do live shows. Lots of live shows will be there. Don't worry. Calm down. Lots of live shows will still be coming at you, but I will be dropping the team reports for the most part for members first. So if you wanted to see them first, go ahead and check them out here in the coming days by becoming a member for just $2.99 a month. Indeed. DBSH, yo, tough. So yes, I know you're very happy about Doris Burke getting demoted, but yes, wouldn't you like a demotion where you're still going to be doing a lot of ESPN NBA games and you got a multi-year extension? So is that really a demotion? Yes, she will not be doing the NBA Finals. Tim Legler, who really, as of late, in these past few years, I really think he's been there for a long time, since 2000. Always done a solid job, but I really think his voice and his reasoning and his analysis has gotten a little bit better, or maybe everyone around him has gotten a little bit worse. I don't know. Either which way, it just has been clicking with me a lot more in recent years. He'll be getting the notch along with, of course, Jefferson, and as far as the guys that as far as giving the analysis on the NBA final games live there. But yes, she was put back down to just covering regular games as far as is concerned, and then also I'm sure she's going to be covering some playoff games as well. So you'll hear if plenty of Doris Burke if you're a fan out there. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. But if you're not, and I know there's a lot of people that are not Doris Burke fans, she'll be around ESPN for some time to come because she did get a multi-year extension that was announced as well. Xbox, I also want to give a big thank you to him. He did earlier today, unbeknownst to me, he did earlier today put up a couple of EuroLeague games, including the Slovenian game and also the game with Spain. Yes, earlier today on the Lakers Fast Break playback channel. So just keep an eye out, I guess, if the guys want to do it. Again, that was a very early start. I'm not asking you guys to do it in Australia. I know you guys have the access to do it, but asking you to do that is a tough ask. And I just really appreciate you doing it. You guys wanted to do it. It was there for our consumers, there for our followers of the Lakers Fast Break on playback. And I appreciate you doing it nonetheless. Absolutely fantastic job, Mark, in doing so. Vari, the previous time. You guys just get, because they're getting up at 4:30 and 5 o'clock in the morning to do this stuff for you guys. So I really, if you can, give them a shout out, both of them. Mark for today, Vari for last week, to go ahead and do what they do to help out the channel as well. What's up, Gregory? Again, DBSH, getting close to Lakers season. 1 month away is training camp, guys. Think about that. This time next month, it's training camp. And I know I said I would be on today. I'm only going to be on for a little bit. I got to go ahead, and I got some plans later on tonight that got thrown at me. So I'm got to go ahead and take care of that. But I did say I would be on here today, and I'm on here today, and for an interesting reason why. And Greg, we know from you, and there's a lot of other fans like you out there. I'm not saying I'm not one of them, because I just may very well be one of them. I think you guys have heard my feelings over the years about Jeanie and Rob at times. But I will say this, Jeanie and Rob, I will give them credit. They did go and fly over to Poland. They did the Euro trip to Poland to go and support and watch Luka Doncic in Poland as Slovenia played Poland earlier today. But they were there a couple days ahead of time. But Jeanie did some media press things while she was over there, radio interview. And they did take some photo shots at practice beforehand with Luka to show their support. And, she said all the right things about, what happened with the trade. She was a little bit more honest and upfront about how Luka was at that point in time. And it was, obviously he was very hurt at that point in time. And she elaborated on that. But she says, and it's clear, they're showing the signs of support, and Luka seems to be really at ease and now as far as becoming a Laker, which is obviously a good sign for all us Lakers fans. So my question, as I elaborate on this, is to the guys like Greg, and the guys who really do not want Rob and Jeanie out there. And I know this is not a question that I like asking you guys, but it's got to be the tough question. By going over there and supporting Luka, by going over there and to Poland and sitting and watching the game, as I showed you on the JPEG, does this mean that they're going to be there? Does this mean that they're comfortable in their seats? Does this mean that they're going to be the Lakers brass, the front office, the people making the decisions for quite a while? I mean, if they were looking like they were going to be on the way out sooner rather than later, why would they be there in Poland? Wouldn't Mark Walter be there in Poland? I understand he's going to eventually get the team. I understand that eventually the NBA governors will decide, team owners will decide, and they'll decide on that. And, at $10 to $12 billion, who says they wouldn't pass that at all? So I'm assuming they're going to pass it at some point in time when they all get together once again to go ahead and do so. But we saw how long it took for the Boston acquisition to finally go through. And to me, it just seems like they're very comfortable where they're at. And they're very comfortable what their future is. And they've already, as far as their designs and their trades, their acquisitions that they've made through the summer, and their plans as far as how much money they left open in 2026 and 27, that they are very comfortable with the outline that they've drawn and the vision that they've drawn for their team going forward. So you can interpret that all you want as a great show of support in Luka, which I do. And I believe it is a great support for Luka. But it also shows me that those two are very comfortable where they're at, and maybe they're not going anytime soon. So we will have to wait and see. But I'm just going to say, that's why I'm doing the show, is just putting it out there. Greg, I know it's not something you want to hear. I know it's not something all the Jeanie and Rob haters want to hear as well. But again, if you're not going to be leaving your positions anytime soon, do you really go on that Euro trip to Poland? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying indeed. And once again, this is Gerald for the Lakers Fast Break. I thought I'd stop on for a few minutes to say hi to everyone. Drip Show says, did Lakers management go watch LeBron in the Olympics? I don't believe so. You may be correct on that, Drip. I don't know 100% for sure, but I don't remember them as far as, or at least anyone covering their appearance in Paris. So Jim Gregory says, I don't think it means anything. I don't know, Greg. I don't know. You can take it for what it's worth. I'm hoping it's not a statement made by them. I'm hoping there's nothing underlying about it. But again, if I'm secure in my job, I'm secure in my position, Greg, I'd be making that trip to make sure I supported the guy who I just signed for years to come. And hopefully, if all goes well, the guy I'm going to sign again for more years to come to be a great part of the organization. But I will be there in a position of authority to go ahead and continue to watch him. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the design is going forward. But I just wanted to bring that out there. But Greg is like undeterred. He is undeterred by the showing of Jeanie and Rob today. So I'm not trying to troll anyone, not trying to troll the Jeanie and Rob haters, because again, I have made myself clear that I'm not the biggest fan of the Jeanie Bus Rob regime. After 2020, it just has not worked out well. And as resident ESPN Laker hater in most people's opinions, Tim Bontemp likes to keep on telling us the Lakers under the Jeanie regime have missed the playoffs more times than at any other point in history of the team's history. So that's there too. So that's probably one of the main reasons why she and Rob are not high on my list. And Greg, I know, has been an advocate, and there are several others that I get comments from. I get it after the show or during the show that are just not supportive of the Rob and Jeanie regime. But again, if you're secure in your own job, you're not making that trip over to Europe. That's all I'm saying about that. So, Greg, yes, she is still on. She's still on it right now. Yes, nothing has been finalized. I get it. I understand it. But, Greg, come on. If you already know that you sold the team an agreement that's most likely going to go through at between $10 to $12 billion, And if you knew that there was going to be a normal standard changeover in ownership, where the new owner comes in with his new front office or designs on what he wants to do, it just seems abnormal then that she would be making that line. She is, again, just appearances. Appearances to me are quite a bit. And I'm hoping I'm wrong and incorrect on that from a standpoint of someone who's not the biggest Jeanie Buss and Rob Pelinka fan. But again, appearances are everything sometimes. So you could take it for what it's worth. But let's get into why they were there. And that was, of course, in the Euro competition that's out there. Again, it was Luka Doncic guiding Slovenia. And I'll tell you what, first thing, as I said earlier before on the previous occasion, yes, when they played Serbia, yeah, it's just Luka Doncic and a bunch of guys. Because Luka Doncic, man, it's just like you see your team and you look down the roster and you just know that there's not much there. And it just, yeah, I just feel sorry for the guy, but he is getting a good workout. He played the entire game, as Vari mentioned. 36 minutes, 34 points, 7 of 14 from the field overall. Pretty darn good. 3 of 9 from 3, so about 33%. You know, so it's not exactly great, but it is 33%. But here's the kicker, guys, that I really want you to focus on. 17 of 18 from the line. That is good. That is what I want to see. Him getting to the line, getting those free throws, getting those calls. He looked very agile. Whether you're watching highlights or whether you're watching the whole game entirely or watching larger portions of the game, he looked very agile. He got 5 rebounds, 5 steals, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and run it down. Is coming up right here. Rebounds were 4. I'm sorry, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, and 5 steals. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. I know the 5 steals. Maybe a lot of that was based off of opportunity. If you look at the highlights and the way he was defending, still saving a lot for the offensive end. I'm not going to kid anybody wrong on that. So we did not see a defensive hawk per se, but the 5 steals, hey, I will take it any day from him. At least he's putting some kind of effort on the defensive end. And again, still looking in great shape. Was able to cut through as far as his drives to the basket, was able to get the calls. 17 of 18. Again, I'm not asking him to shoot 94% from the free throw line, but if he could get into the 80s, man, that really helps out his game. That helps out the Lakers. That helps out his scoring. If he shoots 75 to 78, yeah, that's fine. But if he gets into the 80s, 85%, yeah, it's up to you guys. You guys how perceive but that. The free throws really made my day as far as seeing him get to the line and get to the line repeatedly on that. So yeah, I'm encouraged by what I saw today. Again, the 3-pointers is what it is. He did bank one of them in. I don't want to say his defense looked improved, Gregory, but his hands were in a lot of great places as far as to get deflections, get steals. So I will give him credit for that. And maybe because he's feeling a little bit fresher, yeah, maybe he's maybe he's a little bit more attuned to the defensive end. But it's touch and go for me, Gregory. It's touch and go for me on that end. I'm not going to say he's going to really turn up on defense because he's got 82 games coming up during the regular season where he is a focal point on the offensive end. And these guys, how there are in the NBA, it's very, very difficult to ask them to go ahead and play at elite level on both ends of the court. Some do, most don't. Most choose a side of the court that they want to really make an effort on continuously during the regular season. So we'll see how it goes from there. Well, Gregory says his footwork looked improved on D. Well, yeah, we'll see what that is. He just looked more attentive on the defensive end, in my opinion. Whether it's a tone to the footwork, what have you, but his hands were in a lot of great places as as far as getting steals, being active. And that's all you could ask for right now for Luka Doncic. If he's getting you 5 steals a game, obviously, when the high last year, but for an entire season, the average was Dyson Daniels in Atlanta at 3, and that's the highest it's been for some time. Yeah, it's just absolutely, 5 steals in the game is really good. Yeah. Lighter on his feet, Sports Baby says. Yeah, he did look a little bit lighter on his feet. Again, the way he was driving to the basket really encouraged me. And that's what I'm hoping for, that can parlay itself into the regular season for the Los Angeles Lakers. Gregory said his movements on defense and offense look fluid and quicker now that he lost weight, but he still had an upper leg injury. Did he had a strap on his thigh? Yes, he did. There's still going to be the aches and pains that you're just going to get over the course of the season. I understand that, but still, I want to say that I'm going to take it as a positive what he did today. Again, he's not on a very good team. The 2 blocks is what impressed you the most, Sports Baby. Yeah, he did have a couple of blocks. I know that there was one drive that somebody was really adamant on, made a couple moves, he was actually front facing Luka, but he drove him all the way back to the basket, and underneath, Luka, still with his height, managed to go ahead and get the block shot. Again, very encouraging to see that he was still able to make the recovery block on that. And I just think overall, you could take a lot of good out of today's performance. Again, he's doing a lot for a team that's not very talented around him, and probably not a very long stay in EuroLeague as well. Yeah, Slovenia will be out soon. Yeah, so I don't think that we will have much more time to see Luka out there on the basketball court in international play, but take advantage of it. And for any more international thoughts, give a shout out to Xbox or Sports Baby and let them know, and maybe they'll put on the games for you. But again, I'm not going to ask him to do so, but if they tell me that they're going to do so, or if they email me or message me, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com, or DM me that they're going to be doing so, I will post it. I will post the message and relay that to you guys, and it'll be on our playback.tv/LakersFastBreak. So yes, 2 more games left for Luka. So we will see what happens. Sports Baby says his offense is going to be there. It's his effort on defense was encouraging for you, Lakers. But again, it's real early on the defensive end, Sports Baby. It's his first real, Euro game where he really gets to go ahead and get a look good as far as how he will play and how we perceive him playing at this lighter weight. So we'll see how it happens. But yes, the people have to be encouraged on the defensive end. But I'm not going to, over an 82 game season, just say, okay, this is going to what's going to be look like, and he's going to get 5 steals and 2 blocks a game from that. I'm encouraged by it, yes, but I'm guarded about it. I'm more satisfied. I'm more intrigued. I'm more excited and encouraged about the way he was driving continuously to the basket and getting calls and making his free throws, which was really the one thing I really was hoping to see him improve or a touch on, because those free throws, as SGA would tell you, they really help boost your overall performance, your stats, etc. But they also help, a lot of times with the point differential. Your team wins. You could sneak a couple wins simply because of the fact that you're hitting much better and much more at the free throw line. So yes, so it's a little bit later for you guys for the next game. If that's the case. Oh, the only thing is that the next 2 games are at 1 a.m. for you guys. Oh, if that's the case, yeah, don't do it, Sports Baby. Don't do it. Yeah. If you decide to, just let me know. But if you don't, it's not a big deal to me. And I just appreciate you and Mark today and you previously for showing the games. It takes a lot of effort to do so on your end. So we truly appreciate it from everyone here at the Lakers Fast Break. But again, encouraging signs overall for Luka Doncic and the Lakers. 34 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 steals, 2 block shots. There was 4 turnovers, but 9-4 on the turnover assist to turnover ratio. I'll take that. But 34 points, 3 of 9 shooting from 3, 7 of 14 overall, efficient from inside the 3-point line, and of course the 17 of 18 from the free throw line. Overall, 34 points, 36 minutes, most on the team by far. So yes, as they look to continue, again, another couple games of workout for him. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, absolutely cannot appreciate enough what Xbox and Vari have done. Xbox today and Vari previously for showing the games. If you guys decide to do so, let me know. But yeah, we'll go ahead and see as far as Slovenia, seeing if they can go ahead and finish off this tournament a little bit stronger with some good games from Luka indeed. But yeah, we'll keep reporting for you guys on what's going on with Luka overseas. But I just wanted to see your thoughts. I wanted to hear your thoughts. I wanted to read your thoughts on, of course, Jeanie and Rob there. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So yes, that's all I'll say. It just for me, it's a little bit about sending a message. It's sending a message that they may not be going anywhere soon, anytime soon. That's all. Could be wrong, could be right. It just, they seem very secure in what they're doing. Yes, they are still. She is still the owner. She's still the team governor, and he is still the president and GM of the Los Angeles Lakers. But yeah, they're making great efforts to help a person that they just signed, and we'll see how far it goes through. But Gregory said, Gerald, Rob had AD. Now Luka, Gerald, Rob had AD and Braun. Now Luka, Braun has not went all in. Yeah, I know. Again, we could go over this as we always do, Greg. I understand. We talked about it. He did not go all in. I know he didn't do any favors to you on that. I have spoken my displeasure on the fact that he did not go all in this summer. They do have a different timeline, I think, than what you and I would like, because I don't want to waste any years of Luka's prime. But they do have a team that's competitive, but I wish it would have been more competitive. And I'll leave it at that. But I know Gregory says 2 top 75 players, but still mediocre. You could say 3. I think Austin Reeves is in the top 75 in the NBA. You could say 3. Let's say 3 for now. We'll leave it at that. But again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. Truly want to thank you, Joe, for joining me. Again, I said I would be on, so I just gave you guys a quick snack pack. Hopefully you guys liked it a little bit as far as what went on. If you didn't catch the game, at least hopefully I got you a heads up on what was going on. But, it's good to see. It was good to see Jeanie and Rob, no matter what you say about them, no matter what you think about them, it's good to see them showing support for Luka in Poland. They didn't have to do it. They chose to do it. They wanted to show their team support, and I applaud them for that. When they do wrong, I'm on them. But when they do something right, I have to go ahead and make sure I give props to them as well. Yes, Gregory says we will see over the next couple of years what will happen. We will see. But of course, we'll always let you know what happens here at the Lakers Fast Break. And again, as Luka continues his EuroLeague play, we'll go ahead and keep on updating you on that. And then, of course, I've got team reports for all 30 NBA teams coming in the not too distant future. We're going to go ahead and start with Atlanta here, coming up in the not too distant future with my good friend Legend from I Got Exposed Media. So we will go ahead and take care of you on that. As far as our live shows are concerned, I plan one this weekend. If the Lakerholics crew doesn't decide to stop by this weekend, I'll still get you. I still got you. I think I'll do something probably Sunday night if I can. So I will go ahead and get your back on that. But yeah, getting you through these slow periods, but you're almost over the hump, guys. You're almost there. A month from today, probably actually a little bit earlier, just a couple days earlier, the Lakers will be in training camp. The Lakers will be back on the court together as a unit. You'll get to hear all that daily stuff that we do in the not too distant future. You'll get all your Lakers fixes then. But for now, I'm just trying to get you guys through the slow months, and we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Corbina says you're going to cover the Micah Parsons to Green Bay trade. On Inside Sports Fantasy Football, yes, I will devote part of an episode next week when we record to the Micah Parsons to Green Bay deal. I don't know if Joe is. That's up to Joe on his channel, the Joe Sorrell Experiment channel. Just because I know he is a big supporter of the NFL with the Steelers. But I definitely will cover it on a future Inside Sports Fantasy Football to see how the trade that was made today with Micah Parsons going to Green Bay for a defensive tackle. I forgot the guy's name off the top of my head, but and 2 first-round picks, which is the actually very tasty thing, the tasty part of it. Yes, that's what's going to be the most thing. As far as Kenny Clark, defensive tackle, and 2 first-round draft picks in the next 2 drafts. From Green Bay. So Micah Parsons is on Green Bay, leaves Jerrytown, USA, and all the turmoil over his contract. He did get to sign a record contract upon doing so. So happy for him, happy for his accountant and his agent. Yes, they're very happy people right now as he's going to go to Green Bay to go ahead and help the Packers try and win some games there. But yes, Corbina will go ahead and touch on that on our next episode of Inside Sports Fantasy Football next week. I am dropping one here that I recorded earlier this week on the Inside Sports Fantasy Football and Pop Culture Cosmos channels coming up here in the next 24 hours. It's already available, though, what Chris and I recorded earlier this week right here, as if I remember, for the Lakers Fast Break. So, yes. Truly appreciate you stopping by. Jay says Jeanie and possibly Pelinka may earn status year by year. They may. Again, it's always, as you guys always know, it's always based on wins and losses and how much money you're bringing in. So if they're doing that, and if the Lakers are playing above expectations, they may not be going anywhere anytime soon. Mark Walter might just like them where they're at, but we will see. We will see. Jay, I believe Jeannie's face. You're hoping, man. You're hoping at the altar right there. You're just like you're wishing, praying, whatever you're doing. You're just trying to put that mojo on that. And I hear you, Gregory. Just but remember, I made the title. Feel honored, my friend, but I made the title with you in mind on that. So. Because I know that I wasn't trying to troll you meanly or any way like that. I was just trying to just kid you as a friend. So as all, but you and I both are in that same boat. I would like to see a change, but it's little things like these that make me say maybe that change is not going to happen as soon as I think or like. But we'll wait and see. Gregory, always great to have you here. Guabina, Jay, Sports Baby. Big shout out to Sports Baby, but big shout out also as well, especially to my good man, Mark, who took care of us earlier today on the playback channel. Again, if you guys want to do that as far as showcase the other Slovenia games, that's up to you. But you let me know if you do ahead of time, and I'll go ahead and I'll put the word out on the YouTube channel to all of our YouTube people as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. But that's only if you guys decide to, because I know it's an early game for you, an early day for you as well. So we'll let you know if that happens, but I'm just going to go ahead and sign off for now. But Gregor says, I just don't see Walter paying $10 billion only to let old people run team. Don't see it happening. I wouldn't either, Greg. But ask yourself again, why are they in Poland right now? If they know they're on their way out. That's all I say. But tough. Have a good evening as well, my friend. Always great to have you here. Keep rocking that LFB shirt. Just so thankful that you went ahead and purchased it. I'm truly thankful and blessed to have each and every one of you listening and watching. Looking forward to hopefully we're having a good weekend. I will be here on the back half of the weekend, Sunday night, maybe with Joe, maybe with Sean. I don't know. Maybe with Mark. Who knows who I'll have? But I'll try to go ahead and get that squared away. But yes, looking forward to speaking to you guys. I got to be. You can't buy us. No worries, Sports Baby. I you know what? If one of these days we got to work something out for all the stuff that you and Mark do for us. So I got to talk with Joe about that. So we'll see what happens, especially with these tariffs now. I don't know how much it would cost, like a $90 shirt now or something like that. So who knows? But Gregory, great to have you here again. Sports Baby, again, Xbox, again. Darren, what's going on? And almost time, 1 month away, thereabouts, for Lakers training camp. Looking forward to it. But for now, I will help get you through the slow time with some good content coming up, as always, right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast.